Yes. And this is our director, Mitchell Toomey.
Hello.
Welcome, Mitchell.
Hi. Hello. Very well. Good to see you. How are you? Hello. Hello. Sorry to interrupt. I know you've got lots to talk about, but I just wanted to welcome you to the Hoskostanian, the global center for our campaign. This is a very my friend Divine. My God, I was too. Look at all my friends here. Excuse me, I have to recognize my superstar friend.
How are you?
Sorry, but it's many of you know. I don't have to give you the introduction to the SDGs and things. You have this. You're here because you want to do good, and we just finally have a chance. The world leaders have given us an opening to do the things we want to do, the things we need to do anyway. And now they've realized that they better try to keep up with you, because you're going to do it no matter what. And if they don't understand that it's their job too, they're going to be out, And we're seeing change all over the world. The old ideas are being thrown out. Some new ideas are worse than the old ideas, but that at least this is a moment to put new ideas on the table and new approaches. And everything is up for grabs. The world has changed. All of the old constraints and the rules and things are being questioned. And so that can lead to very bad outcomes, but it can also lead to amazing new breakthroughs. And I think that that's what we want to foster in people and make sure that this moment of change and chaos is the moment of a rebirth, of a new way of being citizens, of being people who get to decide how things happen. So these goals are important, they're all important, but what's most important is that they exist because people like you and people like Divine and others around the table went out for years asking people what's important and showing that this new way of thinking about the world is a people-centric format, we the peoples, right? And it's not going to be easy. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be I'm an American citizen, and I can tell you I'm facing some very bad challenges in my country right now, looking at where leadership has gotten to. But the only reason that happened is because people wanted something new, and now they realize that's not the new they wanted. They want this. They want this, and they've already told us that this is what they want. And it's our job to make it possible for them to get it themselves. We can't deliver this from outside. There's no big UN project that's going to make this happen. It's going to be Divine and others going around and saying, I'm here to deliver the Sustainable Development Goals. Will you join me? So whatever you're doing, wherever you're coming from, whatever work you're doing, thank you. Because your energy and just your presence here tells me that this is something important to you and that this is something that you know in your heart can be done. It's from now till 2030 doesn't seem like a long time, but imagine what's happened in the past 10 years. Imagine how the world has changed. Things change. That's the only thing we know. And it's up to us to shape how that change happens. Okay? So whatever you can do, whatever activities we can help organize, all we can do is kind of legitimize the things that you already want to do and create a space, a political space, to make it happen. That's the limit of the UN's capability. We are we're an app. The UN is an app that governments agreed is the way to format things. What happens in that app, the content, the conversations and things, is the people's responsibility. So we will continue to push for opportunities for you to be recognized, to be awarded, to be enfranchised, to be given the chances. But you have to tell us what you want to do, and we can shape opportunities for that to happen. So I keep looking at Divine. I love that smile. I know how much work and how many people you've talked to in the world and how much change you've made. And my apologies to others because I'm sure you've done just as much in your communities. But keep going. Keep doing more. We're here to listen, to try to find ways to help you. One big opportunity is the Global Festival of Action. This is an event, I don't know if you've heard about it yet. Every March here in Bonn, we gather great people like you to learn, to get training, to teach others, this year to listen to some music. I know we have some very important parts of our culture that can inspire emotion and inspire change, and we need to bring all of those together to make this work. This is not a COP is happening, and they're sitting very seriously trying to create a rule book for how they're going to do these climate change things. That's important. But that's one little building in the world, and that's where they've gathered to do this. Out here in the rest of the world, we have to take one action a day, talk to one person a day, show them these kind of things, and I hope we can get some pins and things. I don't know what we have in stock here at the house. Most of it's in COP. but it's your chance to affect 1 or 2 or 3 people a day. Talk to them about it. People don't spend time thinking about the big issues. They don't think about, you know, inequalities in representation in parliaments. But they know that they want their daughters to have a chance. They want their sons to have a job. They want people to be able to do the things that they should be able to do. And it's our chance to help them find a way. So whatever you're doing already, thank you a million times for it. And whatever you're going to do tomorrow, thank you even more. Because every day that we can do this together, it's going to be closer and closer to the world that we want. There's, you know, they say a billion people taking 1 action a day is a billion problems solved. And, you know, that the power of the crowd, the power of the people is exponential. And we don't have to live in the constraints that we've had in the past. We can all do it ourselves, and we can do it in our communities where it really makes a difference for us and our families. Sorry. So, Alex. To talk to people about these great things. I see we've got the China delegation coming in now. So where's Alex? Is he? Yeah. Alex, sorry. I'm sorry. No, that's okay. We got started early. It's good to see you. And I know now we've got a couple of different crowds, but this is what we like to see: just everyone mashing up and coming together and finding out more about each other. There's a lot going on at COP. I know the climate change issue is fascinating. It's interesting to see what different countries are doing. But the most important opportunity here is to bring people together and talk about how things are happening. We've got a fantastic story to tell about what's happening in China. China is almost has been kind of a world on its own. You know, it has this amazing story to tell, and 1 billion people doing amazing things. What we want to do is make sure that all of the innovations and the kind of the new thinking that's coming out of China is really shared and kind of familiarized with people around the world, because they're really doing some amazing things in that country. They've got all kinds of, you know, energy and enthusiasm and support from the government to make big change. And what a great signal that we hear is that young people like Alex are being given very big responsibilities to make these big changes happen. And, you know, that's how China is booming, is that it's freeing up people to do the things that they think should be done and giving incentives in the right way. We want to support those kind of positive works anywhere possible. And I see young students here from China. Thank you for coming. It's a pleasure to meet you. We were just talking about how it's my job is to get you fired up, and it's your job to save the world, okay? Because the UN doesn't save the world. The UN provides the excuse that you need to save the world. We'll give you the cover that you need to make sure that you can say, I'm not doing this just because I'm passionate about saving the world. I'm doing this because you promised to deliver these things, Mr. President, Mr. Prime Minister, and I'm here to help you do it, you know, because they need your help. They can't do these things alone. And once we rebalance the power where people can actually be inspired and take action themselves, suddenly big problems don't seem so big, because there's millions, maybe billions of people on the same page. So I hope we can see many of you back together here in our March event, the Global Festival of Action. I know I've got a seat already signed up for Divine to give a clinic on his work. But anyone who's interested, please do come. We're going to be expanding the festivals to other regions, and if you can't travel to Bonn regularly, we're looking to have one in each region so that there can be these training opportunities and the communities of practice can come together. But, you know, we can't do it fast enough. The world is changing quickly. We're already 3 years into this 15-year agenda. It's amazing how quickly time goes. But that means that even today, I challenge all of you to meet someone new and tell them about the SDGs. They're here for climate, and you'll see it's still people thinking about, you know, goal 13. They're here thinking about this one. But you should tell them, did you know that there's 16 other goals that will, if you do your work right, we'll do our work right, and by 1 + 1 = 3 if we get these things right, because we can all take action together. But don't be focused too solely on one issue, because, you know, you can fix something here, but you're actually making problems over here. We have to kind of work together and think about it together. But the power of the new technologies and the power of new ways of thinking allows us to trust that we don't have to do it alone. If we do our part and we can see that other people are doing their part, when you add that all together, amazing things happen. You know, the world is changing, and this is a great way for you to step up and take action. So there's plenty to do. I know Youth is going to continue to talk a little bit about the program and about the specifics But that's thankfully not my job. We have smart people like that to do. My job is just to talk really loudly and to tell you to kind of keep going and to inspire you. Our doors are open. My contact information is shareable. Please do reach out to us if you need anything. If you need a logo, if you need a pin, if you need something. That's very simple for us to help you with, but we can't do what you can do on the ground. We can just give you the tools. It's kind of like a race car has one driver, but there's a pit crew waiting to change the tires and fill the gas and everything. Let us be your pit crew. You be the superstar racers, and we'll be there to help you get the things you need to get back on the road, okay? So thank you very much. Good job.